वेलकम टू स्टॉक मार्केट्स विद केआर। स्टॉक मार्केट्स विद केआर में आपका स्वागत है। आई थिंक वी आर लाइव, आई एम नॉट श्योर। दिस इज द फर्स्ट टाइम आई एम डूइंग इट इन द लाइव मार्केट, प्रॉपरली इन द लाइव मार्केट, अ लाइव स्ट्रीम। पर आई थिंक इट्स अ गुड थिंग। मेरे को एक चीज़ दिखानी थी, सो आई थॉट आई वुड जस्ट शो इट टू यू। नाउ टुडेज एजेंडा is finding trades. Okay, so in the previous episodes we've looked at a lot of things, right? My stream is actually going on, that's why you can hear me. But in the previous episodes we've seen me taking a trade. हम लोग ने देखा था कि मैं एक ट्रेड ले रहा हूँ, और आज के एपिसोड में I will show you how I find these trades. क्योंकि many people wonder कि do I have to look at all the charts that are there in the markets? What do I have to do? मैं trade actually ढूंढूं कैसे? So this is what we had discussed last time, right? 200 MA and 50 MA and all. This is back when हम लोग ने Reliance का trade लिया था, उसको थोड़ा टाइम हो गया है। पर इसका सिंपल आंसर है, द सिंपल रीजन इज टू लुक एट स्क्रीनर्स, राइट? सो दिस इज स्टॉक एज, this is a platform that I use to screen. There are many others. You can also use chartink.com, that also has a scanner, that also has a screener. I don't want to promote anyone, you know, website or something. इस ये स्कैनर भी यूज कर सकते हैं, पर I use this one because it is very easy, it's very quick. You don't need a premium subscription. फ्री में भी ये सब हो सकता है. So real quick I'll show you. This is StockEdge का home page. Wait, we were just there. This is the StockEdge home page, right? You go to scans here. When you click on scans, you can find technical scans. Technical scans में simple moving average scan, और उसमें मैं क्या देखता हूँ, I'll just click on it. उसमें मैं पहला देखूंगा close crossing 50 SMA from below. ठीक है, ये वाला, एक मिनट, that's not the right one, misclick हो गया. This one, close crossing 50 SMA from below. So when we click on this, we are greeted with a list of stocks. ठीक है, we are greeted with a list of all these stocks. और अभी इसका like how do you interpret it, right? How do you interpret it? So now there are two ways. First is I will look at stocks जिसका change percentage उतना ज़्यादा नहीं है और उतना कम नहीं है. For instance, इसका change percentage बहुत कम है, पर ठीक है, इट इज स्टिल एक्सेप्टेबल. अगर किसी का 0.0 रहेगा, एकदम बेयरली कुछ चेंज है, विच मीन्स कि एकदम फ्लैट है, या फिर नेगेटिव चेंज है, विच मीन्स इट्स नॉट गुड. नियर वैल्यू इज ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट, वील कम टू दैट इन अ लिटिल. पर आई जनरली स्टार्ट लुकिंग एट स्टॉक्स फ्रॉम दिस साइड ऑन, मतलब जुबिलेंट फूड वर्क्स से लेके ऊपर तक. सो दिस इज वन वे इफ यू वांट टू स्क्रीन यूजिंग द 50 MA. ओके, सो we can do 50 MA screener and we can do 200 MA screener. This is what I normally use, और भी screener use कर सकते हैं. So taking an example, Jubilant Foodworks समझो इधर है screener में, and this is the these are the details from yesterday. ठीक है, yesterday का जो close था वो इधर दिखेगा, आज का प्राइस नहीं दिखेगा. So मैंने क्या किया, Jubilant Foodworks, I just went and I looked at the chart, right? So we can see the chart here. And हम लोग देख सकते हैं कि it is right at 50 MA. So this is actually a trade that I took just a few minutes ago. So you know, it's as fresh and as live as it can be. हम लोग देख सकते हैं it has bounced from 40 RSI and also there are a few other factors also in this. But for now हम लोग को सिर्फ 50 MA देखना है. So 200 भी मैं हटा देता हूँ, just so we can see it has just closed above the 50 MA, और कल का रीडिंग ये वाला था और आज उसके ऊपर है. So this could be a good one. Now if you want to go one step further, you can also look at the weekly chart, right? हम लोग को ये StockEdge जो है ये डेली पे दिखाएगा, पर हम लोग को देखना है तो वीकली चार्ट भी देख सकते हैं कि कैसा दिखता है और क्या सब है. So for the sake of simplicity, I'm just keeping it here, but there are other things also that we can do. It is important to know that all of this is possible. ठीक है, so ये 50 MA का स्क्रीनर हो गया. Now we can see all these stocks. Let's say we look at TCS. TCS I remember how it looks like. तो उतना अच्छा नहीं है, but TCS also will show us an example. See, it is right above 50 MA. So this screener will give us only stocks जो 50 MA के ऊपर है. It's very important क्योंकि it saves you a lot of time. अभी अगर किसी को manually ये सब करना है तो कुछ ज़्यादा ही time लगेगा. Now the other option is we look at close crossing 200 SMA from below. So we click on that and we look at two stocks here. There सिर्फ ऐसे दो stock है जो 200 MA cross किए थे. So पहले IRB है. IRB I think was there in 50 MA also. So we can see IRB it's breached. IRB कल 50 MA क्रॉस किया था. So I'll just have an arrow. कल 50 200 MA का स्कैन है, मैं भूल गया. 200 MA का स्क्रीनर. All right, there it is. 50 MA I'll just hide. See, we can see 200 MA it had crossed yesterday. पर आज ऊपर जाके नीचे आ गया है. आज नीचे आ गया है, so that this trade is negated. So this is also a good way. Like 200 MA scanner is also pretty good. Aster DM is also here, so we'll look at that also because सिर्फ दो stocks है और ये live market है. You can see the ticks are actually moving. This is the time right now. It's 12:23. As live as the market can be. Aster DM में भी ऐसा है कि कल ऊपर आया था 200 MA के, पर आज नीचे आ गया. So all these trades obviously will be negated if you aren't looking at that. Now there is another way of looking at it. Let's say, ठीक है, let's say, see 50 MA 200 MA screener कर लिया. Let's say you want to just look at, and these are the daily ones, right? This is D, this is D. Let's say you just want to look at the weekly chart. How would you do that? क्योंकि stockage तो नहीं दिखाता ना. Stockage will just give you daily का. So weekly के लिए we can go to charting and we can just create a screener here. Okay, we can just create a screener. So we can just click on create your own and it's very easy. This is the reason why I wanted to show this also, क्योंकि charting थोड़ा ज़्यादा customization जैसा कर सकते हैं. So हम लोग को क्या करना है कि stock attributes में we need to see the closing price. Right, closing price has to have crossed above. We will look at moving average now. We'll have to look at moving average. See, SMA में कौन सा SMA हम लोग को चाहिए? हम लोग को ये चाहिए 50 SMA रखते हैं. 50 SMA. Now how do we figure out this? हम लोग को weekly candle पे weekly close crossed above latest SMA close 50. ठीक है, if we run this scan it will show us a list of all of these stocks. There's a list of all these stocks जो ये 50 moving average on the weekly chart पे close किया है. एक और filter हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं कि we can just choose stocks that are major ones, right? Cash को click करके we can just choose, let's say I just want to look at Nifty 200 stocks. मतलब decent अच्छे stocks है. So we click on that, we choose Nifty 200 segment and we can see these are the list of stocks. So I can just do change say, so Britannia है, Voltas है, Dabur है, all of these stocks must be around 50 to 200 MA on the weekly chart. So let's say roughly 50 MA on the weekly chart roughly. So let's say we look at Oracle Financial Services. Okay, just an example. Oracle Financial Services. I'm hoping this works. Oracle Financial Services on the weekly chart and 50 MA. See, we can see it is above the 50 moving average right here. So ऐसे करके भी filter कर सकते हैं stocks को, and this helps a lot. This helps you just find stocks easier, क्योंकि किसी को 100 चार्ट देखने नहीं है, 100 चार्ट के नाम या 100 स्टॉक के नाम याद नहीं रखने. This is quite easy and it's a good way to go about things. और उसके बाद फिर हमको जैसे भी ट्रेड करने कर सकते हैं ना. अगर समझो मेरे को जुबिलेंट फूड वर्क्स जो मैंने एक्चुअली लिया है अभी थोड़े टाइम पहले, अगर मेरे को अच्छा लग रहा है, if it's going good, if it looks good apart from my moving average criteria, I can buy it. If I don't want to, then I don't need to. So I think this is an easy, quick way to find stocks, find good ones. और स्टॉक एज में इतना ही है. If you want more in-depth sort of screeners and all, you can go for all this. You can go for you can have all sorts of indicators. We can see EMA, TMA, parabolic SAR, Ichimoku, RSI, all things are there. So charting screening is also pretty good if you are aware of technicals. If you aren't, then this scan is good enough, or you have several other scans also. If I click on screeners here, you can see there are many other screeners here also. You can just take a look if you want, but the one I personally follow and the one we have been following in my beginners course is just this one. Beginners series rather is just this one. So it depends on what you prefer. This is mine. If you have any questions, stockmarketswithkr@gmail.com if you prefer email, or at marketswithkr on Twitter. Feel free to reach out, and I'm always happy to help, or you can just comment. That's it for this one. I hope you're having a great trade right now. It's interesting because this is literally the first time I've said that. This is the first live stream in the live markets. Anyway, that's it for this one. See you in the next.